Hey folks, welcome to G4G on YouTube. I'm your host, Napalm Dawn, and today I am celebrating the 6-year anniversary of me turning Spartan in Marvel Avengers Alliance. So on this day, according to my Facebook memories, in 2014, I became a Spartan in MAAT. So what exactly does that mean? So when you're a Spartan in Marvel Avengers Alliance, it means that your agent became level 300. And for the longest time, that was the highest place that your agent could be. Later on in the game's history, they would introduce that gold bar, experience bar, where you could be 300 and then it was treated as if you were still gaining experience. And when you would get the next level, you would get some gold, I think. And you'd reset back to quote-unquote 300 and you would earn another bar again. So this is a video that I produced at around the time that I became a Spartan. Now this is actually from October 17th of 2014. And, you know, obviously today is the 13th, so it's 4 days off, but it's close. So this was Marvel Avengers Alliance Tactics that you see me in at the time. I don't know if this was the beta or when it was live. I seem to be using Firefox over here, which probably means it was live. There was an add-on for Chrome that allowed you to spoof your country to play the beta of it when it was only released in certain countries, and it wasn't actually global. It was that limited semi worldwide release where you could use Ola in Chrome and you could spoof your country and appear to be like Brazil or Japan or Paraguay, I think was another one. So it looks like the Infiltrator 3 trench coat was on sale for 50 or 100 bucks. And this was the Savage Land Spec Ops that was happening at the time. And that's the cybernetic set you see over on the left. So there was 2 days left in the cybernetic, or the Savage Land Spec Ops, which of course was Khazar. We had the cybernetic set. There was the drop of the Savage Axe, and there was actually a wombo combo that is built into the Savage Axe that I would wind up covering in a video years later. I seem to be showing off some suits from the time. Now, mind you, this is not MAR2 or 3 for the beta. This is what my game looked like at the time that I became a Spartan over here. Looks like I had 291 ISOs, plenty of silver, a lot of backup energy. You can see some favorite alt suits that I had at the time of Captain Steve Rogers, 90s, Cyclops. There's High Evolutionary, the group boss, who is an absolute piece of shit. And based on what I had down here in the description, what was going on 6 years ago was 21 was coming to a close. We got Chapter 7 in Season 2, which gave us the alt suit for Luke Cage, which of course was null. Black Knight got a rework that made him way better than he was, and I started doing a lot of Black Knight videos because you could pull off a lot of very fun combos with Black Knight, even before he got his worthy uniform. So this is about what I was doing at around that time. Seem to be talking about Black Knight a lot over here. I wonder if I was back to using X-Force, Archangel, and Psylocke in PvP. It looks like he's probably about ready to train. There's Ares, there's a Valkyrie, there's X-Force Deadpool. I think I already have the Null uniform. Yep, there he is. Oh no, I didn't own him yet at that point. But you can see the button was there for Play Season 2. That could be useful for Goofy as a breadcrumb to get you to the right area when we start releasing new content in Redux. There he is. Oh, I'm... Excuse me, a little tired. I remember that dagger. The Golden Copus. Yeah, it was okay. Not super good. But as you can see, the mastery reward there was Null. Crest of the Wave was the name of the chapter. Oh, that Pendragon. Wow. So it's so interesting to see this. Oh yeah, the Blind Rage with One for All. I like the Blind Rage. I remember that piece of gear. All allies have a... This was actually a slightly underrated little nightstick. Or tonfa over there. Mysterium Mirror. That wasn't really that good. Devil's Claw. Not really that good. Although, if you could exploit the Woozy as a poison exploit, which probably would go for an attrition exploit. Looks like Wonder Man was required for the premium. The Eye on the Ball and Eye on the Prize. That was good stuff too. That took a bit of farming from me. The Brawn Hammer. Scotty was an epic boss. That's the Spec Ops plane going over there. There's Haev as a group boss. So what's been happening since I turned Spartan? Well, we have Redux, Beta 2, and Beta 3. I highly recommend you get both Beta 2 and Beta 3. There's a reason why. Beta 3 is really good if you want to see the UI updates that Goofy's worked on, for the fact that you could do research now, the fact that you have a store, you have allies that you gain, you have the jet, you have the Christmas lights, you have progression in your characters. Now, it doesn't show here, but my Iron Man and my Black Widow, all these people have multiple levels. They're not level 1. When you take them into combat, they're like 4, they're 5. My agent is level 12. But combat is simulated in this. Now, I've done some recent videos on how to hack Beta 3 a little bit so that you can change who comes into combat with you. You can change Black Widow being bugged with her busy flag equaling true instead of false, so she was untrainable because the game thinks she's trading. I did a really good video on how you can modify Beta 3 to start using different gear, different characters, etc. Changing the gear up on the agent doesn't really matter much in Beta 3. Beta 2, it does. Now, I do stream Beta 2 and 3 every day, Monday through Friday at 3 o'clock Eastern Time. So you should stop by those streams and see how we're doing. So what else have we had since 2014? Well, Tactics came and went. Avengers Alliance 2 came and went. And obviously, MAAT 1 and 2, the game died. 2016, people blamed 2 and 2's failure, 2's lack of an agent, as the reason why the game failed, and that isn't true at all. What happened was Disney just started pulling back their licensed games. They did it. How are you kidding me? How could my... Alright, whatever. Fuck you. It was Disney pulling back their licensed games. Because if you remember, Marvel Heroes got the can a year after Marvel Avengers Alliance 1 and 2. got smashed. Marvel Heroes, at the time, I think was probably one of the best collection of skins we'd ever seen in a Marvel game. And it was really sad to lose Marvel Heroes. I had a lot of fun with it. I started getting a bunch of level 60 characters and everything. I never did raid, unfortunately. But, you know, there were a lot of characters I leveled. It was good to level Cyclops first because he gave a team of value of bonus experience and everything like that. And I will do a video here on Super War at some point because of what's been going on lately. It deserves an update video. But we've had Marvel Battle Lines come and go, which is a shame. We had Puzzle Quest, which I believe is still around. We had Tiny Avengers, I think it was called. Or Avengers Academy, excuse me, which I think came and went. That died too. Obviously, Future Fight has existed somewhat simultaneously to MAA. I'm sorry, guys. I've really faded on Future Fight a lot lately. Maybe I need to play it more during my streams so that I actually get in there during the day and not super late at night when I'm tired and don't want to play it. But it just doesn't challenge me that much anymore, and I'm not really that interested in it. And I feel like the game for a long time didn't give you a break. Like you were constantly dealing with a bunch of characters that you just got and you're just working on and you're trying to figure out if they're meta, and then all of a sudden, boom, new shit happens. And you're like, wait. Let's pump the brakes here a bit. And the really funny thing about it is, when we would pump the brakes in MAA, we would get like scared the game is dying. We'd get bitchy. We're like, where's content? Where's PvP? And when we got breaks in MAA, we didn't like them. And we sort of complained about the gaps. And then there was that one gap where things went so long, they just threw the magic and the rogue alts at us. Green suit rogue and magic with the cybernetic arm. Or modern rogue, I think it is. And we're like, wow, we just kind of feel like they just winged us out some suits over here. And we didn't really appreciate those downtimes because you do need a breather in these games to kind of catch up on the things that you've been working on. Otherwise, you just get so flooded. And I personally think you sort of get resistant to the game. A little bit. And that's how I feel about Future Fight. Now, Strike Force, on the other hand... Oh, hey, look, it's the green suit for Rogue. Strike Force, on the other hand, I think is kind of releasing things at a good clip. My problem is, or what's good about it, is not everything is always super appealing when it drops. So it kind of helps keep your money in check and everything. Like right now, She-Hulk is not an attractive character to me. When I say not an attractive character, I mean it's not an attractive purchase. I'm not really feeling the desire to drop $40 or $50 to get She-Hulk. Could I use her on my Fantastic Four team? Absolutely. I have Nebula sitting in on it right now, and my choice is either catch my Fantastic Four up to Namor, who is in a much higher team, or get She-Hulk for what I think is an overpriced amount of money for her, and bring her on the team. Neither one of those choices are really particularly savory. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Ugh, I hate that. I hate that. God, I fucking hate that. My Deadpool's dead already. That's unbelievable. You just get stunned in that goddamn purple. Yeah, you know, She-Hulk is I mean, I think an unattractive tune in game, although the rest of her artwork I think is a lot better. She just has a weird build too, where I think she just looks stumpier than she's supposed to. The face is unattractive. The kit is really vanilla and unattractive, in my opinion. I don't know. I just think they could have done better, and I'm not really tempted to do much for her. If somehow, like, she falls into my lap, you know, or I open a chest of gold booty somewhere and, like, buying her becomes a better value or whatnot, fine, but I don't know. Just doesn't feel like she's super strong. Her basic attack is really vanilla, but some of the rest of her kit does get a little bit better. So Strike Force, I think, is releasing pretty good content. And then, of course, there's MCOC. What I've always called the greediest Marvel game that I've ever seen. Because I've never seen a Marvel game literally celebrate your randomness failures the way that game does. Every time RNGesus takes a dump on your head in that game and gives you a 2-star Colossus when you have a 4-star Colossus, and then it seems to celebrate that fact and go, hey, you got a new character, blah 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 blah. You're like, no, I didn't. I got a weak clone of a character that I have that is already better. Why are you celebrating this? You know, it's like having a classic Corvette and then somebody saying, I've given you a Corvette, and you get it with 2 seats are ripped out of it. It just has 1 seat in the back seat. The trunk won't latch. The engine farts like crazy and sounds like people shooting. I don't find that to be appealing in MCOC. If you guys know why I shouldn't sell weaker versions of better characters, like if I get a 2-star Colossus and I have a 4-star Colossus, there's a meme on Reddit about people being stupid and selling characters. Can you tell me why I shouldn't sell weaker versions of my characters? Ooh. Yes. That was a tough question. Which characters drop? Because I honestly don't... I don't know why you would want to keep characters. In MCOC. I always sell them when I have the weak ones, and apparently I'm doing something wrong, and I don't know why. So Battle Lines came and went. Also, the Connect 4 card game. I think Marvel Duel is a wonderful card game replacement for it, but Battle Lines was very, very unique, and never really suffered a lot of slowdown for me playing it. But again, it eschewed the mutants and the mutant side of thing, and I'm really getting tired of the Marvel games coming in. Like, the Rift has largely been resolved, people. Why do we still get Marvel games that don't deal with mutants? And everything is almost MCU based everywhere you go. It's really boring. It's tiring at this point. I get super annoyed at it. Battle Lines had great characters that I'd never heard of before, like Spot and Doorman. But then they had some classics that I liked, like Cloak and Dagger. But, like, I miss my Runaways. I miss the mutants. Strike Force is doing well with it, and Future Fight is. And obviously Contest of Champions always had done well with it. But, yeah, I hate it when new games come out that don't give me my mutants. And Marvel Duel is another one that's going down that path. We have Ultimate Marvel Alliance on the Switch, the 3rd version. Of course, we have Marvel's Avengers on PC and the consoles. Marvel's Avengers is going to get a video recently, or pretty soon from me, because that game has got some issues that we need to talk about over there. But Marvel Duel has made a fantastic impression on me, and for a person who was deadly afraid of going onto ladders on card games like this, like Hearthstone and everything, the fact that I'm platinum and not a gold goober or a bronze baddie is blowing my mind. But I do play this on my stream between 3 and 4 Eastern time over on Twitch, Monday through Friday. I cover Redux Beta 2 and Beta 3 for the most part. But then I wander into other Marvel games like Future Fight or Strike Force or Duel. And I've got a lot of people on the stream that help with Strike Force and also help with Duel. Shout out to Darth Plato. And a few others for their help on stream with like Strike Force and Duel and everything like that. It gets a little hard at times with the delay, the 10-second delay on Twitch, but usually we get there. And I'm Platinum 1, and my mind is blown. I'm not like full of myself over here. Really didn't expect it. So, yep, happy anniversary to me on the day that I became a Spartan 6 years ago. At least we get the chance to get that Spartan trek again from 1 to 300 when Redux finally goes into its final version. And the good thing is, it's essentially infinite. There won't come a time where the game will get cut off. Because once you download the game, even if Goofy stops producing it, you'll still have it. And if some crazy thing happens that we get a cease and desist, which we are well protected against having, you'll still have the version that you downloaded. You just won't get any updates for it. So everybody gets to be a Spartan again or for the first time. And you don't have to worry about that big of a timer or a clock on it. And you're only competing against yourself. There is no competition among others to get Spartan faster than anybody else. It's like, okay, so you leveled your Cloud in Final Fantasy VII Remake to 15. Okay, who cares? Other than you or your friends that you're sharing it with. So that'll be at least fun. So that's it for me, guys. I will be covering Marvel Super War in a video this week. Also, we'll be talking about Marvel's Avengers sometime this week. And again, if you don't happen to be coming to my stream over on Twitch, I do stream Monday through Friday from about 3 o'clock Eastern to about 4 o'clock Eastern. That's PM. I tend to go over 4 o'clock because we've got a good crowd and we get to talking about a lot of things. So it's pretty fun. Everything will be in the description of the video. So hopefully I'll catch you guys over there, and stay tuned to the channel for the next week or so for some more Marvel games. Have a good one, everybody. Stay safe, stay healthy, keep avoiding that itis that's out there.